Baby's here! I just wanted to show you this is the situation. Everybody. Baby's here! Today we've got a new guest. We've got a new guest. It's not a guest, she's here to stay. A new member of the family has finally joined us. This is little Mia. Oh, who's getting a bit upset? Who's getting a bit upset? Oh, what well, she made an appearance exactly a week ago. So it was Monday the 7th, I started going into labour, and it was a 12-hour ordeal, more or less. And she was born in the early hours of Tuesday morning on the 8th. If you want to know more about the actual birth story, do let me know and I'll film probably something separate. But she's such a precious thing. I didn't really know what to expect after her birth, because I've heard so many stories about people feeling quite differently about, you know, having this new member of the family. You know, it's obviously a stranger and you kind of need to get to know each other. It's the beginning of a new relationship and sometimes it does take a little bit of time. So I didn't know what was going to be the situation for me, how I was going to feel. For me, it was love at first sight. I just can't take my eyes off of her. I'm currently in the rental where I delivered her. It was a home birth. It was very intense. It was definitely a powerful experience, but I'm recovering and I just wanted to show you how a random day with a newborn kind of looks like for me right now. It's me, it's Ruben, it's little Mia obviously, and my mum is also here. She's come over. Mum, say hi. She's come over from Italy to be with us for the next few weeks slash months, to support us, to really take care of me and Ruben whilst we settle into this new chapter of our lives. It's been really, really helpful to have her around, because at the very beginning, for the first few days, it was just me and him, and you know, it's quite overwhelming to step into this new role, not knowing what you're doing. It's emotionally a lot of turmoil, you know, like it's starting a new chapter, not knowing what you're doing, and you know, suddenly you realize that you've got this like human to take care of and to keep alive, and you're like, oh my gosh, what happened to my old life? Like, who's this new me? There's a lot to it. You're just too cute. You distract me too much. We were kind of neglecting a little bit ourselves. We're basically like ordering in food every meal, because we just didn't have the capacity to really cook for ourselves, you know, from scratch, and do things as we would have liked to do, really. And so it's good to have my mum here and to have her support us with these basic things, if that makes sense. As you could see, like the morning was extremely slow. My priority really is making sure that she's happy, she's fed, and she's taken care of. Ruben was actually out running some errands that needed doing, but you know, we're all back at home right now. It's a very, very slow routine, if you even can call it that. There's no real routine with this little one. We just let her guide us. And we mold our day around her, really. In the next 30 minutes, we'll have a midwife visit. So she's gonna come over, we're going to have a little chat, see how we're all doing, and have a little check-in. They have been, my two midwives, absolutely critical and essential in this first week of Mia's life, because they've taught us everything about breastfeeding, about taking care of a baby, you know, all the basic stuff that we're just not taught. No one tells you how to take care of these little humans the moment they come into the world. So very, very grateful for that. I fed her a couple of times this morning. I changed her nappy. We had a little bit of a pee explosion. I watched a little bit of Gilmore Girls on TV, just because if there is a time to be enjoying like slow life and you know, kind of like putting my feet up, it is now. Like, I've really been strictly told by my midwives, relax, you know, don't do too much, don't try to be superwoman, your body needs a rest. Because apparently, and I didn't know this, that labor is considered to be the equivalent of 2 marathons. Let that sink in for a second. It's insane. So I'm resting, I'm relaxing as much as I can. And in terms of like sleep, we had originally planned, and you may remember this from previous videos, we had originally planned to split our time and kind of like tag teaming, taking shifts at night time. So I would be taking care of at night time, and then Ruben would take over in the morning. But we quickly realized it was just not working for us. So we both take care of her at night time. She sleeps with us in the same room. It's been working really well. And you know, we don't get a huge amount of sleep, obviously, as you would expect, but it's enough for us to function throughout the day. And I think that's the important bit. I mean, I'm biased, I'm obviously her mum, but she's the most beautiful, cute little thing I've ever seen. La pietra del mio anello di fidanzamento non c'era più. Oddio Dio. Allora vado da Ruben. Ruben, è successa una cosa bruttissima.
Allora, vabbè, ci salutiamo. Allora, andiamo. Ciao Ben, ciao.
I want to show you what my body looks like 7 days postpartum. I have to say I'm very, very lucky that my recovery is going very smoothly, because although I'm still very tired, although I still have some aches and pains in my back and other parts of my body, I have to say I've had it very, very easy. I've not torn throughout, you know, my labor and delivery, which is such a blessing. I think all of the perineal training really paid off. Yes. Absolutely atrocious lighting, but please bear with me, that's that's the best I can do right now. So this is what my belly looks like at this point. 7 days postpartum, I've got my adult nappies. Thank goodness for them. Such a lifesaver. I don't need to worry about leakages and stuff like that. Such a relief. So this is what my tummy currently looks like. And you know, it's gonna take quite some time for it to go back to where it was before. If I even go back to where I was before, which is not something that I'm particularly focused on at all. I think for me right now, I'm just so grateful for all of the hard work that my body has done. Yeah, to be honest, I really don't care. But yeah, I just wanted to show you this is the situation, and yeah, I'm just focusing on having good food, really keeping hydrated, and just, yeah, focusing on my well-being and just generally how I feel rather than how I look. I really couldn't care less. So, but yeah, I just wanted to show you, this is what my postpartum, 7 days postpartum situation looks like. And not that you should ever compare yourself to anyone else, because your journey is your journey, your body's your body. So, you know, don't ever do that. I don't think it's helpful in any way. But this is my journey.
Yeah.
We're going to bring that around there like that. Oh, and this one.
Should the feet go
This is
on?
very tight.
Is it?
It's not too tight, but it's very tight.
La pipì, ha fatto la pipì
Ha fatto la pipì, ha fatto la pipì.
e si è bagnata tutta.
Si è bagnata tutta.
We just ordered some delivery for lunch because our midwife appointment kind of ran over a little bit, and yeah, it's getting a bit late and we're a bit hungry. So we've got some food from BE Kitchen. I'm going to show it to you in a second. We've got a little bit of a nappy incident to deal with first. So I've got a squad currently working on it. So yeah, I'm going to set up the food and I'm going to show you. Okay, so we've got some katsu curry for myself and Ruben. This is panko coated mushrooms. I had asked actually for avocado to be added in, but it's not been added. And then my mum has got like a warm salad with all sorts of goodies and a side of crispy tofu to add on to it. Very exciting.
Welcome to the Great British Cinema.
So I ended up not taking a nap, which is fine. I just had a little chat with my mom and we were just looking at baby Mia, and yeah, it was just really lovely and really calming and relaxing, and sometimes that's enough, you know. Now Ruben and mum just went out to get some groceries and I'm here with baby Mia, just like soaking up all of the cuddles and just enjoying her company. I knew, obviously, going into this, wanting to start a family, that things would shift majorly, that obviously I would start, you know, this new chapter of my life and everything would feel very different. But I didn't know the depth and the intensity of this love that I was going to feel for her. I knew obviously that I would feel a very special connection, and yeah, that my heart was going to, you know, feel very full and happy and all of that. But it's just so much more. It's just been really beautiful. And don't get me wrong, the first few days postpartum were very hard. There was a huge amount of adjustment to make, and obviously I had so many hormones going through my body and so many changes, and you know, that really impacts on mood and all of that. You know, that kind of shifted quite quickly, so with some minor changes, some minor adjustments, I started feeling better quite quickly. So I guess the baby blues kind of stage where you despair for not knowing how to manage this new person and you question everything, every single choice and why you've decided to start a family and this and that. For me, that was quite short, which I was quite surprised about. Yeah, and now all that's left is this, I wouldn't say obsession for her, but I'm just so smitten. I'm just completely in love with her. I mean, my heart aches at the thought of going back to work and being away from her. Like, I don't want to be away from her. It's just really wild what that does to you. And I'm just very happy that we've decided to start a family. I'm just so grateful that it was her. You know, like, then you start thinking, like, if we had a baby at any other time, it wouldn't be her. Isn't that crazy to think? I'm just so happy it's her and that she's chosen us. I'm just so grateful. I just love her so much. And I'm a mum officially now. How mental. And it's so good to see also like Ruben step into his new role as a dad, and he's so sweet, he's so caring and so careful and attentive. It's very beautiful for me to witness as well. I think, you see, like, we're all learning about what this role means for us, what we're supposed to be doing, and Mia is doing the same. So we're learning all together, hand in hand, and we're nurturing this new relationship, because it is a new relationship. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited for everything that's to come. I'm just so grateful. Basically, that's what I want to say. I don't want to just keep going in circles. And as you can see, our day has been very slow, very calm. And for me, it's a big exercise, you know, to just allow that to be. We live in a time and place where we just rush, and we're always so busy, and you feel like you have to do everything that's on your to-do list, and yeah, always go 100 miles an hour. For me, it's so good to actually step away from all of that and slow down, and Mia's allowing me to do that. I love it. I absolutely love it. I think it's a big exercise for me, but I realize it's good for me as well. There is this app that I've been using to track feeds and nappy changes and all sorts of things, which is very good. It's called Nara Baby, and it's been recommended by Milena Ciciotti on her channel, and I made note of it just so that when Mia was born I could use it too, and I find it very helpful. I can see why she recommended it. You can track, for example, what I'm tracking right now is Mia's feeds, so you can say exactly when you started feeding, whether on the left or the right boob, for how long, and it kind of keeps track of everything. It tells you like time between feeds and when the last feeding was exactly, and so on and so forth. Diaper changes and sleep. You can track other bits as well, but these are the 3 key areas that I was personally interested in for baby. You can also track activities and things for yourself as a mum. So if you wanted, I don't know, to track your nutrition or sleep or whatever, you could also do that. But yeah, no, it's been very helpful so far, and it's kept me on track in some way, or just given me a better idea of Mia's patterns. Not that I'm trying to like spot, what's the word, trends or anything like that. Not interested in that necessarily, but I just want to make sure that she feeds often enough, and etc. Should we watch some Gilmore Girls? I think this is a perfect time, yeah. Yes, I take that as a yes. Yay! Oh, you're giving me a smile. Clearly not intentional, but I'll take it.
Insomma, praticamente non serve a niente, perché cucinare e brucio la roba. I piatti non li so fare.
We were just on the phone with my sister, which was so lovely. My mum is now cracking on with our butternut squash velouté. It's a staple recipe in this household, but we don't have, that's the thing, like in this rental, like we don't really have a lot of tools, so like all of the knives that we have available are a bit rubbish. So everything is a little bit of a struggle to make. We're gonna roast our butternut squash with some carrots and some garlic. We're going to then saute in the meantime in a pot, some onion, just to get it like nice and sizzly in some olive oil. And then once everything is roasted, we're gonna transfer it over into the pot, add some broth, and Bob's your uncle, that's really it. Super simple. We're gonna probably pan fry some tofu on the side, just really simple, with some like salt and pepper, and then just add it in for some protein. So very, very exciting.
Olha que estão a acordar daquela escada. Olha, tinha só. Era só isso que queríamos saber. Olha, em princípio. Oh, she wants more pictures.
Oh yes, I'm gonna send them. I have so many to send you. How do you feel now that you're a dad? Like, how was it for you? First of all, going through labor and birth.
It was really hard for me. It was not as hard as it was for you. But it was really hard for me to see you in pain and not be able to do anything. Yeah, it was tiring because it was long, and just trying to do everything to make you comfortable was it was a big task, even with Mal and Jackie's help. But again, not even putting it out there that is comparable to what you've done. Really different.
You've done a lot. Honestly, I said this to you before. I would have never been able to go through it without you. Like, Ruben sat down with me right next to the pool, holding my hands for the whole time. And again, it was like, we're talking like 10 hours at least, right, of active labor.
Yeah, but it was
and
not
you
the
were,
whole time.
Yeah, but you did so much. Like, you were trying to like get everything set up, making sure that our midwives were taken care of and everyone knew, you know, what they had to do. Making sure I was okay, and checking in on me constantly and feeding me and giving me water. So thank you for that, because making sure that the music and
the relaxation.
Yeah, the relaxation tapes were running in the background. You said you can't.
I cannot listen to it anymore. I'm tired. I'm done.
Yeah. What about meeting her?
It was very emotional to meet her. Felt a lot of emotions. I cried, and I was very happy. I mean, I'm still very happy.
Was and still am.
Yeah, was and still am. Very happy. Do I feel different? No, not really. I feel the same.
And I think for me, like, it's a massive change. Like, I feel like my heart it's just exploded. It's so much bigger. It's a different type of love. Like, you know, I feel like our relationship gives me so much happiness and so much fulfillment and everything.
Yeah, it's different.
But it's different. Yeah, this is like, I don't know. It just gives me so much joy to bring this girl into the world and, you know, grow with her and build this relationship with her and all of that.
I look forward to having her grow up a little bit more and just be able to go out and do things with her.
And interact properly.
Yeah.
Also, another thing I was reflecting on was how I'm really loving seeing you step into fatherhood. I think you're gonna be a beautiful dad.
Thank you.
And you're so attentive. She's very lucky to have you.
Oh, thank you. That's very sweet. I don't want to be repeating things back to you, but I think she's very lucky to have you as a mom as well. You've been very, very, very patient. I think much more patient than I have with her. That's admirable.
I wasn't expecting to be.
Yeah, me neither. I was not expecting you to be. How do you feel now that you have been a week with a newborn?
I think I know a little bit better what I'm doing. I think I feel more confident. I just feel like I'm getting the hang of it. Like, I'm getting to know her and what she's like a little bit better, so we can work together better. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's, yeah, I feel great. We need to go with the flow and like change and adapt with her. What do you think?
Yeah. We need to go.
We need to go.
You need to go. Bye!
little snack before dinner. Benita and Love is Blind.
I'm very proud of us, and I'm so happy, and I love this man so much. And I'm also not just ballerina. What do you think?
There she is. Very exciting.
With my eyes still closed, feel it golden. I'll follow golden, golden, golden things.
We just finished dinner. We're just chilling around the dinner table. Ruben is actually clearing everything up. And yeah, it's been, do you know what? I know that I haven't really done much today, rather other than just breastfeeding, changing nappies and resting, but I do feel very tired. Yeah, I feel like a lot of my body's energy is going into healing right now. So yeah, I feel like it's still been quite a long day. And it's 8 o'clock, so you know, quite not bedtime yet, but I think we're gonna take a little bit of time now to wind down and just get ready then to get to bed. I'll probably squeeze in another little feed for Mia, change a nappy, not necessarily in that order, and then go to bed. And that's probably gonna be us.